What's up guys, Good Guy here. Today we're going to be talking about net neutrality, and you may have seen Pyrocynical's video or Keemstar's video on it, but I'm going to throw my 2 cents in on what could happen if it doesn't exist. So if you don't know what net neutrality is, it's basically where it makes internet service providers provide every website without an extra fee to you or the website for like faster bandwidth, or to just like display it to their customers. This means that because there is net neutrality, that you don't have to pay to go on YouTube, or they can't charge Google to go on YouTube. The system's been around for 30 years for that exact reason. So recently in 2014, there was actually a vote to briefly compromised net neutrality for a little bit, but they saved net neutrality again. So for a brief bit of 2004, there was no net neutrality. But here's the thing: the reason you're hearing net neutrality so much again is because they're having a new vote against net neutrality. Now, judging by the history, it probably won't pass, but if it does pass, they're probably gonna reinstate it very quick. So this is what I think is gonna happen if it does pass. So if the law to destroy net neutrality does pass, then there are two scenarios: the good one and the bad one. We'll start off with the bad one. So basically, what will happen if there is no net neutrality in the bad scenario would be, well, the events would kind of look like an infinite loop. Let's say that they charge Netflix money to show their website on the web, and if they pay the money, or they don't and it just die, then if they pay the money, then their subscription service will go up, and it's gonna go on with a raised subscription price for Netflix for a while. But as Netflix grows and all that, they're gonna see that Netflix is making more money because they increase their subscription service price. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna increase the cost to display your website on the web, and Netflix will have to increase their subscription because they're not going to be making money if they're paying that much to the internet service provider. So this will go on and on and on until there's three choices: Netflix dies, they agree on a set price, which is the most likely, or inflation. This is just a small example of subscription service websites and what will happen if net neutrality does pass. About YouTube Red? Yeah, well, let's say that they charge YouTube money, or Google money, to display YouTube on websites. Red is gonna have way more benefits, and Red's gonna be more expensive but with way more benefits. They're just gonna try to get people. The internet is going to be filled with subscription services that are gradually increasing in price. And if this vote to ban net neutrality does pass, then your time on the internet would be way more expensive. At least that's only in the bad scenario. So now we're going to talk about the good scenario of what would happen if net neutrality was actually abolished. Most of you would probably think that I'm crazy to think that anything good would come out of deleting net neutrality. Well, there actually may not be that many consequences to net neutrality that are that bad, and we might actually benefit, us the consumer, yes, actually benefit from a law passed. So if net neutrality was abolished, the smaller companies might actually have a chance to break the monopoly that the current internet service providers actually have on their locations where they are based. Our current scenario right now is basically you live somewhere, you pick whatever's there, and if you don't like what you got, then you got no internet. That's pretty much our current situation. Now you may have another option, but most people don't, and chances are if net neutrality is abolished, they will start abusing net neutrality and making you pay more and making what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, they're gonna start making you pay more, and they're gonna start making the websites pay, and this will go on for a couple of weeks, and just everything, people getting used to it and looking for new internet service providers. And then what's gonna happen in my scenario is that Cricket Wireless and all those underdog guys are gonna start advertising that they respect net neutrality, and people being sick of like these guys taking advantage of their money and just like charging them more and more and more every passing month. They're gonna start switching to Cricket and all those places, and either AT&T and those guys, they stop and everything goes back to normal, or they don't stop, which is the most favorable scenario, and they lose a lot of customers, and then the monopoly is broken. This is the most favorable situation because instead of things going back to the way they were, there will be more internet service options across the country. This is probably one of the most favorable scenarios, even if net neutrality is still here. So, in theory, net neutrality could actually be good for us, but that's not a risk that most are willing to take. And to be fair, that's not really a risk that I want to take either. Now, people may think that Cricket may also exploit net neutrality, and Metro PCS might exploit it too, but really, they don't have any customers to do it with. And even if they did, they'd all switch to AT&T. This is a perfect opportunity for internet service providers to make more money and expand their fan base and expand the monopoly. I'm pretty sure that Metro PCS and Cricket Wireless are more likely looking into the long term instead of making a quick buck off their like 200 customers that they have. Because exploiting net neutrality and not taking the chance to have a long-term fan base is something that most people would not do. But then again, I'm not some sort of corporate internet service provider runner, so I don't really know what they would do. I'd assume that they'd do something that's better for the long term. But then again, this is just my opinion, and you're probably gonna go off and watch somebody else's video about net neutrality, because if you're really this interested in net neutrality to watch somebody with like 150 subs opinion about it, then you're probably more interested in somebody else, like a bigger YouTuber's video about net neutrality. But if you're gonna take one thing from this video, just take that net neutrality may have some benefits for us, despite what other people think. That's all I want you to take from this video. Yeah, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I've been gone for the past 5 days, just doing family stuff. We had a family reunion, just playing basketball, just basically having a life. But yeah, for the next few weeks, I'm gonna post like every one or 2 days, maybe even double upload, like Scarce, Rip Scarce. Oh man, he went from uploading daily and double uploads to not even uploading once a month. Yeah, he's dead. He's definitely dead. I mean, okay, I'm rambling now. But if you did like this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and just comment down below what you want to see next, and yeah, share with your friends if you want, and peace out.